Hey YouTube, family, friends, just wanted to make a little video. It's something I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about leadership a bit, and it could apply to a lot of things. It could apply, for instance, to marriage, relationship, and could apply to work, could apply to everything. But I wanted to talk about how difficult it is to lead. And we all are existentially people who are somewhat discontent. I think Augustine, St. Augustine, the Christian theologian philosopher, said we have a God-shaped hole in our hearts. And honestly, I don't think it's a hole, because a hole can be filled by a man. A hole could be filled by a woman. A hole could be filled by food. Shut your pie hole kind of thing. But I think it's more like a God-shaped cavern or canyon would be better. It's just so big that not only does a man or a woman or anything you're going to do, any accomplishment you're going to make. The kid recently who won the Olympic gold medal, or the woman actually, the young woman who won the Olympic gold medal, and said it really hasn't sunk in yet. Well, no, it's not going to sink in, because every experience is in some way, shape, and form a bit of a letdown, because we were made for something much, much greater and much better, and of longer duration. He has set eternity in our hearts, is what the scriptures say. And so you have this human leader. Let's say he's the captain of the ship, and the ship is not going with the way you want it to. Who are you going to blame? I mean, you could blame the wind if the ship, what's it called? When the ship doesn't have any wind in it. I know the wind is called the doldrums. But the ship isn't moving because there's no wind. And that is a bit more accurate to the circumstances than blaming the captain. So what I'm trying to say is that as a lot of times as a leader, every time as a leader, life, your product, your leadership, your direction you will always be able to improve upon it. And those who follow you will always be able to pick at something, no matter what. And I want you to be aware of that and not be discouraged. And if you're a follower, be aware and that no leader is going to be perfect. There is no ideal. Victor Davis Hanson talks about the Greek tragic view of life, and it really is a bit of a Hebrew view of life too. Every leader in the Bible, with the possible exception of Daniel, has this big, obvious wart on the end of their nose, whether it be Abraham and his ridiculous situations, David, Josiah, Hezekiah. They all, in some way, shape, and form, make some really pretty good-sized mistakes. Moses, and they're fallible, and that's. There's a point to that, and the point isn't that, and families in the Bible, there aren't a lot of great or even good family models in the Bible, and the reason is because we have a tragic view of life. In other words, we got to lower our expectation for what humans can give to us. In some way, we talk about trusting in the Lord, and honestly speaking, the arm of flesh will fail you is the song, the verse of the song, or the stanza of the song, and it's true. The arm of flesh will fail you. Every human being will let you down. As a pastor once said, if I haven't let you down yet as a pastor, give me time. And that's right. Every human being will not fulfill you. They will not. And the songs, the love songs be damned, really. And if you can get that in your head, you could have a shot at a relationship. Because when you're trying to seek God-shaped volume from a human being, or from a job, or from an experience, or from a drug, it's going to fail you. So as a leader, the difficulty is that you will be picked apart. You will be shot in the back. You will be stabbed in the back. Your followers will criticize you. Accept it. They're looking to you for something you can't give them, but you can do your best and be faithful to God. On the other hand, as a follower, just realize no one can lead perfectly. You can't follow perfectly. And so just be aware of that and put that in your calculus. And I think you'll be a lot happier to not think of utopia here. Even our relationship as a Christian, I just want to point out that for you new Christians, or for you Christians who think there's something more to your Christian life, there is. But you will never be at home in this world, because you are not meant for this world. You're meant for this renewed world, the new heaven and the new earth. But right now we have a deposit. The Holy Spirit is a deposit guaranteeing what's to come, not the fulfillment. So you have to live as a pilgrim in this world, and that means camping out. And camping out, it can be a lot of fun, but it's not glamping. So this new thing of camping and luxury, okay, well, whatever. But we're not talking about glamping here. We're talking about camping out, which is inconvenience and packing stuff up and plastic and smoky smells and earthiness, fecund smells of nature. So, anyways. So I just want to put that out there for you leaders, for you followers, for you pilgrims in this world, for you husbands, for you wives, for you friends, and for you those of you who are just starting out. Oh, happy birthday to me.